So hello, good morning. We're going to continue the reading of the pages about elasticities on page 17. Remember, we use this formula to calculate the elasticities. And we are going to see the different results we may have and the conclusion we can have with these different cases. So the first case is this one. So I read the different cases of demand elasticity. So we start with the demand. Economists classify demand curves according to the elasticity. So in other words, to the result of your formula. First case is when demand is said elastic, when the elasticity is greater than 1 in absolute value, so that quantity moves proportionally more than the price. So first case is the result in absolute value, okay, is greater than 1. So the conclusion is demand is elastic, okay, and we can conclude that the buyers react strongly to a change in price. So, in other words, when you are going into a shop and you just see that there is a small decrease of 10% of price, you will buy, imagine, twice the quantity you used to buy. So you are reacting strongly to a small change in price. It can be a decrease in the price or an increase in the price. In other words, if the price is increasing by 10%, you can divide by 2 the quantity you are going to buy. So it's a strong reaction, and the buyers react strongly to a change in price. That's the first case. And the shape of your demand curve, quantity, price, okay. So the shape, when you have a strong reaction, is approaching an horizontal line, but it's not totally horizontal, okay. So it's this case of shape of demand curve. Second case is demand is inelastic when the elasticity is less than 1 in absolute value, so the quantity moves proportionally less than the price. Second case is with the same formula, you find a number which is in absolute value smaller than 1. For instance, 0.35 or 0.8. That's smaller than 1 in absolute value. So demand is inelastic. Okay, inelastic. In that case, the buyers react slightly, légèrement, to a change in price. Very small reaction. Sorry, oh gosh, that's quantity, the price. In that case, your demand curve is approaching a vertical demand, okay. It's not totally vertical, but it's approaching a vertical. So I go back with these two big and important examples. The first one is bigger than 1, is said to be elastic. So if the price is, imagine it's 5 francs, the quantity demanded would be 2, and there is a small decrease in the price. It goes down to 4 francs. So now the quantity could be 5. Okay, so a small decrease in the price, you have a huge increase in the quantity. that's a strong reaction. Now the second case is the demand is inelastic. You have a price at 10 francs. The quantity is about 4, that's an example. And if the price goes to, let's say, 5 francs, and the quantity doesn't change a lot, it's 5. So it's a small reaction. A huge decrease in price will have a small increase in the quantity demanded. So that's the way you are going to see with graphs. Once again, a demand which is elastic, the demand is approaching an horizontal line, and when the demand is inelastic, it's approaching a vertical line. Good. Now, third case starts at the bottom of the page here. The elasticity is exactly equal to 1 in absolute value. So that quantity moves the same amount proportionally as price. Demand is said to have unit elasticity. So in that case, you use the formula and you will find exactly 1. So there is no conclusion except that, so the demand is unit elastic. Okay, for example, if the price decreases by 10%, the quantity demanded will increase exactly by 10%. So it's not always the case. So we are now with the third example. Is a sort of exception. Exactly, if you have an increase of 10% in the price, the people are going to buy exactly 10% less of the quantity demanded. So, or if the price is decreasing by 10%, people are going to buy exactly 10% more. So you use this formula and you can have this result, and this is the conclusion. So there is not a good example with this kind of products. Oh, by the way, I forgot, sorry. Let's give an example. If you have a strong reaction, change in price, so people are going to react strongly to a product. We saw that. Elastic is when you have substitute, example of substitute. So it's butter, the good example. We talk about time horizon with the oil at the beginning. If you have an increase in the oil, you won't change your habits, but in the long run, you will change your habit with your cars, etc. So the good example is kind of butter when you have near substitutes, and exactly with luxuries goods. With inelastic demand, the best example are goods that are called necessities, des biens de nécessité. It's difficult to do without them. So, example. So no good example for this one, but we are going to see the other situation. Number 4. Yeah, I will stop here and I will start a a new video.